Hi, Everett Farnell here with directresponse.copywritinggenius.com. I get a ton of questions about copywriting. People want to know what the latest and the greatest little piece of information, the little trick, this, that, whatever. They want to know what the latest thing is that'll help them make millions of dollars without really developing any skill. Apple cinnamon today, it's awesome. And the truth is that there's really no shortcut to writing copy. Well, kind of no shortcut. Let me rephrase that. There are techniques which are easier to learn, and for the average business owner will work just as well as other more complicated techniques. Now, the more complicated techniques are not necessarily needed. One of the first sales letters I ever wrote has generated multi millions of dollars in sales, but it's going to a group of people, going to a prospect who's not used to seeing sales copy. So it didn't have to be the top of the top level. It didn't have to be Gary Halbert, Gary Bensavinga, Dan Kennedy level copy. So I could start off basically brand new and write a sales letter that generates millions in sales. There is one trick, though. There is one thing that makes all the difference in the world. Years ago, I wrote a report called Direct Response Copywriting as an Art Form is Dead. Now, of course, the report led to a sale, but it basically said direct response copywriting is dead, and the reason it's dead is because too many people forget about this one little thing. And you don't have to be a master copywriter to be able to master this one skill. You don't have to have years and years and years of experience. You don't have to be the best copywriter you've ever seen. You don't have to know all the tips and techniques and little nonsense things that you can do. You don't have to be able to pick out or to use subliminal messaging in your written copy, in the written word. You don't have to do any of that. You don't have to do any of that for one skill. One skill that at the base level is easy. Now, if you really want to take it up, it can be a challenge. It can be difficult to develop this skill, but it doesn't have to be. See, there really truly is one trick, one skill that will make all the difference in the world in your copy once you really learn how to use it. And it's not hard to learn how to use. As a matter of fact, it's very easy. As a matter of fact, you can really pretty much screw it up and do very well for yourself still. So what's the one skill, you ask? What's the one thing too many copywriters forget? What's the reason I said that direct response copywriting as an art form is dead? That with the passing of Gary Halbert, the retirement of Gary Bensavinga, and the impending retirement of Dan Kennedy. I don't want to start any rumors, but we all know he's been talking about retiring for 10 years. We can assume that at some point in the future he's going to be actively taking part in business. We can assume that Dan has more business days behind him than he has in front of him. So what's the trick? It's not a trick. What's the tip? What's the way you can improve your copy exponentially right off the cuff? Storytelling. Learn how to tell a story and your whole life will change. Your whole life will open up in front of you. Go get some material on how to tell a story. Go get some material on how to use stories to sell. And everything will change for you. Until next time, I'm Everett Farnell with Direct Response, copywritinggenius.com. And, it really is good. You can see I'm in my workout clothes. It's really fantastic to work out of my house. I'm sitting here in some workout clothes, spent 5 minutes, made a little video for you. Have a great day, and here's to you knocking it out of the park with your copy.